So here's the update on the Dodge. Compressor clutch failed on it, and because it's an old compressor, I just decided to not even reuse it. I went ahead and threw a new compressor on it. You guys know that there was a lot of rust all over it. I've been working on the body work a little bit each week. What I do in the meantime while I'm waiting is I plasti dip over it while I'm waiting to do my next segment of body work. So this will be here for about another week or two before I rip it back off and I start filling that back in the rest of the way because it's not full. I'm using a trick method that I've seen on YouTube where they backfill with foam, grind all the rust away, and then do the body work on top of it, and it turns out perfect and it never has an issue again. So I'm trying that right now. That's the front fender, front driver's side fender. Here's the back fender. All the rust is ground out of it. It's all the way down to metal now, backfilled with foam. And then after I backfilled it with foam, I did a little bit more body work, grinding some more rust on the outside, little pitting spots, and I just quickly sprayed over it with some plasti dip, let it dry, and it'll protect it for a little bit until next week. I came around back and I started getting all the little spots around this side. I've worked out most of the little rust spots that were all over it and got them out of the truck. Now I'm just down to this one little spot. I just plasti dipped it, and I'll come back a week or two from now and finish and fill it in and start doing the body work. Here as well, I filled all this in this area, so I got the body work pretty much done here. Now I'm working on this front portion a little bit at a time. Let's see what else I've got done since the last time I've updated you guys. This the rear driver's side door did not open, and what I did was I pulled this panel and stuff off here, and there's a rod that goes down to the bottom and it lays inside a clip right here, and that rod had come out of that clip, and that's why this door wasn't opening. See, I've got it on AC right now. Go ahead and check this while you guys are here. It's 90 outside, it's 44 coming out of that vent, and the center vent is where you really want to check. See if I can get this thing to reset. So 81 there. It's really a 90. It was 90 today. So it's cooling more than 30 degrees, and that's what you want. So let's check out the new AC compressor. By the way, I dropped the tank. I dropped the fuel tank. I put new straps in there, front and back. Polished the tank. Got all the rust on the frame and stuff away from it. Added a new section of brake line in there, right around the tank that looked kind of rotten. I added a new magnetic pickup in the distributor, a new ignition coil, new plugs, new wires, new crank position sensor back on the bell housing back here. Here's the new AC compressor. I went with a Continental Kevlar belt for it. Overall, man, this thing is really quiet. It's running great. I just put some really good high quality oil and stuff in it, really good filter. The people before me that bought it put a radiator in here. They put a new water pump in here. You see it right down in there. Flushed everything. What they didn't do was they didn't put any coolant back in it. I broke down on the highway a couple weeks ago and I couldn't figure out why none of my ignition system was helping me get this vehicle going. It was the computer. I had to get a new computer from a company out of New York. I paid $225 for it with a lifetime warranty program to the truck, and it runs beautifully now. The computer went out onto the driver for the ignition, went out inside the computer, and that's common on these trucks. I didn't know that. Anyhow, that's the update on the Dodge. She's running really well. Oh yeah, I did some body work down there. I went ahead and got that plastic welded back up. It did a little bit of scuffing up of it with my DA or my angle grinder. Now I'll come back over the next couple weeks and get it taken care of the rest of the way. But overall, man, she's coming along. She's running real well. Like I said, I'm wanting to restore this to be a daily, and when you look at it, until you get 5 feet away, you can't tell that there's anything really that wrong with it. She sits up real nice. The next thing I'll be doing to it is front rotors and pads, and I will start replacing the front brake lights, or the front brake lines in this truck, because they're kind of really rusty and I need to go through them and replace them. But anyway, this is what we're looking at so far. And what I plan on doing eventually is this whole truck is going to be nothing but black Rhino liner, bed liner. That's how this truck is going to roll. Okay, take care.